You awaken in total darkness. The air is thick, heavy, drenched with the smell of soil and fungus. You are blind, fragile, smaller than a grain of sand. Yet already, you are not safe. Around you, hundreds of sisters crawl, each one trembling, weak, desperate to survive. You are a minimum, born the smallest of your kind, destined for the hardest, dirtiest work in the colony. From the moment you take your first step, your fate is sealed. You are not a queen, not a soldier, only a tool. And then the real horror begins. Something moves across your skin, tiny, sharp legs, clinging tight. A parasite. It digs into your body, piercing, feeding, claiming you before you even live a full day. You thrash, but you are too small, too weak. Your sisters swarm over you, tearing at the invader, ripping it free before it can drain you dry. The pain fades, but the truth does not. From the instant you are born, this is your world, a kingdom beneath the soil, built on fungus and fear, where even your first breath can be your last. Your body grows stronger, but not by much. You are still a minimum, still one of the smallest, and your work is filth. While your larger sisters cut and carry leaves, you crawl through the nest, scraping rot from the walls, removing mold from the fungus that feeds the colony. Every breath stings of damp earth and decay. Every step takes you deeper into the tunnels where light will never reach. But your enemies don't come only from the outside. They hatch inside with you. Eggs hidden among your queen's brood begin to stir. Parasite ants, imposters. They look like your sisters, but they are not. They are thieves, born to consume the colony from within. You swarm them with others like you, clawing, biting, dragging their struggling bodies out into the tunnels. The intruders fight, but they are outnumbered. Piece by piece, their bodies are torn apart, left in the dirt for scavengers to finish. Victory tastes of ash, because for every parasite you destroy, more are waiting. The colony never sleeps, and neither do its enemies. And while you drag another broken body out into the dark, you begin to understand. The real war of the leafcutter ant is not against the predators above ground. It is against the endless invaders breeding inside your own home. Time passes, and you grow larger. No longer the weakest, no longer a minimum. Now you are a media worker, the beating heart of the colony. Your task is endless. Through the tunnels, you march upward, toward the blinding heat of the surface. For the first time, you see the world above, a jungle of towering stems and leaves, vast green mountains swaying in the wind. You climb, jaws wide, and sink your teeth into living flesh. The leaf trembles, veins tearing, fibers snapping. Piece by piece, you cut it down, shaping it into fragments you can carry. To you, this is not food. These leaves are fuel. Deep underground, the colony will chew and mold them into the fungus that keeps your queen alive. But here, in the open air, you are exposed. Every cut is dangerous. Every step across the stem could be your last. From the shadows, a predator waits, the parasitic fly. It hovers above, drawn to your movement. If it lands, it will stab your body, laying an egg that will hatch into a larva, feeding on you from the inside until nothing remains. You freeze, gripping your fragment, antennae twitching, wings humming just above your head. One mistake, one heartbeat too slow, and your work ends in agony. You hurry down the stem, dragging your prize, the buzzing still chasing you through the air. And when you finally vanish into the tunnels again, safe for now, you know the truth. Even the simple act of carrying a leaf is a gamble with death. If you've made it this far, you're one of the hive's strongest. Prove it. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell right now, because the next chapter of this story will show you just how much darker it gets. The surface changes you. Every climb, every cut, every sprint from the shadow of wings leaves scars. And one day, your luck ends. Your mandible cracks on a thick vein of a leaf. A predator's strike leaves your leg twisted, useless. You limp back into the colony, dragging your broken body through the tunnels. But here, weakness has no mercy. The colony cannot waste its strength on the injured. So you are reassigned. They send you to the deepest chambers, the trash pits. A place no light, no air, no hope ever touches. Rotten leaves, dead bodies, and mold pile high, a mountain of decay. The air burns your lungs, thick with spores. Every breath feels like poison. Your job now is to crawl through the filth, dragging corpses away, burying waste that could sicken the fungus and doom the colony. It is work of death, surrounded by death. Other broken workers labor beside you, their bodies scarred, their eyes dull. Some collapse mid-task, their remains quickly joining the piles they once carried. You begin to realize, this is where the colony sends those it cannot use. This is not a role. It is a graveyard disguised as duty. Not all workers stay broken. Some are born larger, stronger, with jaws like blades and heads built for war. You are one of them now, a major. The tunnels no longer feel cramped. You move with weight, with power. Smaller sisters step aside as you pass, brushing you with their antennae in respect. But your role is not to build, not to clean. It is to defend. The call comes suddenly. Vibrations ripple through the soil, urgent, frantic. Intruders. You surge upward with your sisters, your legs hammering against the tunnel walls until you burst into the light. At the nest's entrance, chaos reigns. Red fire ants swarm in waves, their bodies gleaming, their mandibles clashing like steel. They come for your queen, your fungus, your colony's very heart. The clash is immediate. Your jaws snap shut on the nearest invader, splitting its body in two. Acid burns your skin as others clamp onto your legs, their stingers driving deep. You thrash, hurling them into the dirt, crushing them beneath your weight. All around you, the battle rages. Majors lock jaws with enemies, twisting, tearing, spilling bodies across the soil. The ground becomes slick with blood and venom, littered with limbs. Your smaller sisters dart between you, dragging away wounded enemies, patching the walls, carrying orders from deep within. A fire ant lunges at your throat, its mandibles slicing across your shell. Pain sears, but instinct drives you forward. You clamp down, crushing its head between your jaws, even as others swarm your back. For every one you kill, more replace it. The war is endless, and your life is the only weapon you have to give. But as long as you stand, the colony stands. And if you fall, your body will join the wall of corpses that guard your queen. Not all eggs are equal. Most hatch into workers, destined to serve and die in silence. But some, chosen few, are fed differently. Their diet is rich, a constant flood of royal jelly that swells their bodies, reshaping their fate. You are one of them, a queen in the making. From the moment you emerge, you are larger, heavier, your body pulsing with the weight of destiny. Your sisters surround you, brushing you with their antennae, feeding you endlessly. But this life of comfort lasts only until the day of flight. The signal comes with the rains. Moist air fills the tunnels, and above, the sky darkens with storm clouds. You climb upward, through the crowded passageways, until you burst into the light. Hundreds rise with you, princesses and drones, wings gleaming against the storm. The air thrums with chaos. Males swarm you, each desperate for a chance to mate. One after another, they succeed, and one after another, they die, torn apart by the very act that ensures your survival. Their broken bodies fall back to earth as you rise higher, your abdomen heavy with life. But the flight is not freedom, it is exile. When you return to the ground, you are alone. The colony that raised you no longer welcomes you. Your wings tear away, useless now, your body trembling as you dig into the soil. You carve a chamber in the dark, sealing yourself away with nothing but fragments of leaf and a single thread of fungus carried from your birth nest. This fungus is your lifeline. You feed it with leaf pulp, nursing it until it grows. From this tiny spark, a new colony must rise, or you will starve in silence, buried in your own tomb. Days blur into weeks, eggs hatch, fragile workers crawl into being, their bodies pale, their steps clumsy. You feed them, you protect them, you drive them to tend the fungus. And slowly, a rhythm begins again, a heartbeat beneath the soil. You are no longer a daughter, you are a mother, you are a queen. But even queens are prisoners of the colony they build. Time does not forgive, even a queen. At first your colony thrived, tunnels sprawling, chambers filled with fungus, thousands of daughters marching in endless lines. But strength never lasts forever. The first cracks are small, workers grow fewer, weaker, the fungus turns pale, patchy, infected with molds that you cannot stop. The sweet smell of life is replaced by the bitter sting of rot. Enemies press harder now. Fire ants tear through weakened defenses, stealing brood, leaving bodies in the tunnels. Parasitic flies hover above, laying their eggs with impunity. Even the smallest threats, the mites, the spores, the creeping decay, spread faster than your colony can resist. You watch your daughters fall in droves, their bodies clogging the very passages they once built. The fungus shrivels, collapsing into dust. The nest grows silent, its heartbeat fading. At last, you sit alone in your chamber, your once massive body now trembling, hollow. The walls that echoed with the march of thousands are silent. The air that once pulsed with life is heavy with death. And as your strength slips away, you understand the truth. A queen is not eternal. She is only the first to rise, and the last to fall. Your body stiffens, and the colony dies with you, a kingdom buried in the same soil where it was born. And now I want to hear from you. What creature should we explore next? Drop your idea in the comments, because your pick might be the star of the next video. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss the next nightmare of survival.